Okay, let me start with it. Today, this special class I'm doing for the students who missed the first few chapters. Why? Because I'm thinking of revising that. Then you can like continue to join the regular class from next week, right? Okay. The first thing that we have learned is about importance of computers. The very first thing that we learn in grade 6 is about importance of computers, why computers are important, right? So before we begin, I would like to introduce what is a computer. A computer is nothing but it is an electronic device which help us take in input, process them, and produce in outputs. So it is like us. So we are human beings. As human beings, what we do normally, we take things from the outside environment through our senses, and then we understand that using our brain and we react according to them. දැන් අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මිනිස්සු විදියට මොනවද කරන්නේ? අපි බාහිර පරිසරයේ තියෙන දේවල් වලට අපි බාහිර පරිසරයෙන් දේවල් ලබා ගන්නවා. We acquire things from the outside world. Actually, this is happening. We take things through. We take these things through our senses. So, what are the senses, Pute? What are our senses? Ape senses manavada. Can anyone tell?
Eyes.
Eyes. Yes. Anything else?
Mouth.
Eyes, mouth, teeth, ears, tongue, anything, right? Then you can take ear, nose. That is how we smell. How we can feel? How we can feel things, Pute? Cold, warmth. How we can feel those? උණුසුම සීතලෙම අපිට කොහොමද දැනෙන්නේ?
From the skin.
Yes, through skin. So that is skin. Skin is also a sense. So we have senses. Similar to that, computer, it has input devices. So we see through our eyes and we hear through our, yes, we hear through our ears. We smell through our nose. Right? We taste through our tongue. And we feel through our skin. That is how we take things from the outside world. Similar to that, the computer is also taking inputs. So can you tell how computer take inputs? Can computer smell?
No.
No, fortunately no, right? Okay, if it can smell, so definitely computer will blame you if you are coming with dirty hand and touching the computer. Sometimes computer will tell, no, go and have a wash and come. So this is not a good time to use me. Fortunately, it cannot smell, right? So can it taste then? Can it taste? යාට පුළුවන් දෙයක් රස දැනෙනවද computer එකට?
No.
No, it can't feel that also. Can it hear? Can it hear? Can it listen?
With the microphone, right?
Yes, with the microphone, yes. With the microphone, yes. If I ask computer a question, it can listen. Here, see it. If I ask Siri, who is the father of computing?
I found this on the web.
So here you can see, when I ask Siri, okay, I'm asking again. Siri, who is the father of computing?
Charles Babbage.
So it will answer. That means it can hear us, right? Through the microphone. Right? So not only that, can it feel? Can it feel?
No.
Like it doesn't have something like our skin, but still it can feel the keys and this mouse movement. Only those, right? Mouse movement can be, it can like it can feel the mouse movement. Not only that, it can feel keys. Only keys and mouse movement. It can hear through. Can it see us? Can it see?
Webcam.
How it can see?
From a webcam.
From the
Oh,
webcam.
webcam.
Yes, using webcam, it can see us. So now you can see computer is also similar to us, right?
Sir,
Yes, Pute?
sir, some laptops have their own camera, no?
Yes, some laptop have their own camera. So that is also a web camera. So it has that. And also for the desktop, you can connect external web camera. Right on anyway. So now you know computer also take inputs like us. And so when it comes to outputs, right? When it comes to output, computer can also produce some visual output, which will be presented through the monitor or the screen. එයාගේ visual output present කරන්නේ screen එකේ, monitor එකේ. So audio output, how audio output? අපි නම් කතා කරනවානේ. How computer give the audio output?
Yes.
Speakers. Yes, computer can give the audio outputs through speakers. Computers වලට පුළුවන් speakers වලින් audio output එකක් දෙන්න. Right. The processing means what is happening in between. So similar to our brain, computer has a processor to do the processing. Right. Now we can see data instruction will be taken by the computer. This is electronic device or electronic system, and it produces the information, meaningful things as the output. So what are the significance or what are the features of computers? So unlike us, it is fast and efficient in calculations. So not in other things, but it is really fast and efficient in calculations, right? It can do the work within, it can perform the task within very short time. And also don't forget about the accuracy. Don't forget about the accuracy. If you are given a question, so then you will take some time to give the output. For example, let's say 13 multiplied by 8. You will take some time, but computer produce the output within very short time, and the output is always accurate. It's more, it's like closely to the 100% accuracy. So always it is 99%, 999, closer to 100%. CR100ක්ම වගේ යා නිවැරදි. අපි වගේ නෙමෙයි. අපිට වරදින්න පුළුවන්. අපේ කම්පියුටර් එක ගොඩාක් වරදින් අඩුවෙන් එන්නේ. And reliability. Reliability means you can trust the computer. Okay, look, the computer says 13 multiplied by 8 is 104. You can trust it. You can tell somebody it is 104. You can trust that answer because it's not going to cheat you. Therefore, you can trust the computer, right? And it is consistent. What is consistency? So what is consistency?
If the same thing is given input, the same output comes.
Yeah, same input is given, then it will produce the same output. Okay, similar. So you can test this. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, you can go and ask from your mom, what is 10 multiplied by 20? So your mom will give answer, it is 200. You can also test this, right? You can go and ask your mom, what is 10 multiplied by 20? The high විස්සෙන් වැඩි කරාම කීයද කියලා අහන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? 10 විස්සෙන් වැඩි කරාම කීයද? එහෙම අහුවම එතකොට your mom will give answer that is 20. 10 multiplied by 20 is 200. Okay, you can go and ask your mom again. Second time also you can go on and ask your mom, mom, what is 10 multiplied by 20? Maybe after 1 hour, right? After 1 hour. Okay, so you can go and ask the same question from your mom, what is 10 multiplied by 20? Your mom will tell, so I said you one time it is 200. Okay, now the answer is little, right? Yeah, now the answer is little, might be little arrogant, or sometimes, couldn't you hear me? Can't you remember? She will ask something else as well. දැන් මතක නැද්ද මම එක සැරේකුත් කිව්වා වගේ කියයි. Okay, you can ask that for the third time. What is 10 multiplied by 20? You can ask third time. Now what will happen? What do you think? First time you asked, she gave the answer. Second time you asked, she gave the answer, but she said something. Well, can't you remember? I said this again. Okay. So third time when you ask, what do you think? You have to tell. තුන්වෙනි පාරටත් ඔයා අම්මගෙන් ගිහිලා අහනවා. What is 10 multiplied by 20? Now what? Yes. Yes. Your mom, I think your mom is there with you now. You can look at her face and tell me the answer. තුන්වෙනි පාරත් ඇහුවොත් මොනා කියයිද? මොකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ නේ. She will tell 200. It's very good, right? Okay, she will take 200, let's say. So you ask this in the maybe 12 a.m. in the night. You wake up your mom and ask this question. Now what will happen? Huh? Then මොනම වෙයිද? රෑ 12ට වා අම්මව නිදියාගෙන ඉඳිද්දි ඇහැර බලලා අහනවා. Right? Now still you will get 200.
No.
Right, now you know what will happen. So that is called inconsistent. But the inconsistent means time to time, if you ask the same, if you give the same input, it will give, so she will give different output. Right? That depends on the time. That depends on the time that you ask, that depends on the situation. Right? That is human answers. That will vary. Right? That will vary with the time, with the place, with the person. Your answer will be vary. කෙනානුව time එක අනුව ඔයාගේ උත්තරේ වෙනස් වෙනවා. ඒ කෙනාගේ අනුව ඒ උත්තරේ වෙනස් වෙනවා. හැබැයි so if you ask questions from the computer එකෙන් ඔයාලා අහුවොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? Every time you ask it will give the same answer. That is called consistency. හරි කොයි වෙලාවෙ ඔයා අහුවත් කවුරු අහුවත් එකයි. Consistent answer එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ නියත උත්තරයක්. කවුරු ඇහුවත් ඔයාගේ නංගි ඇහුවත් ඔයා ඇහුවත් මල්ලි ඇහුවත් රෑ වෙලා ඇහුවත් උදේ වෙලා ඇහුවත් right, it will give you the answer, correct answer. It is accurate, reliable, consistent. Hope you can understand these features now. And also it has large storage capacity. film ප්‍රමාණයක් පොත් වාගේ ජීවිත කාලෙටම කියවන්න පුළුවන් පොත් ප්‍රමාණයක් computer එකේ store කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? You can read it and you can read these things throughout your lifetime if you store books in your computer. ගොඩාක් කාල ඔයාලට පුළුවන් පොත් වගේ දෙයක් නම් store කරගන්න. Right? Films, so if you like to watch movies today, then you can store a lot of movies. So that has large storage capacity, maybe thousands of movies, 100,000 of books you can store. So maybe 100,000 of songs, right? Millions of pictures you can store in your computer. So think about the capacity, storage, neither local capacity. And what about the cost? The initial cost, maybe to buy a computer you have to spend some money, but to use it you don't want to do that. Hari යාලා ඉලදී ගන්නකොට වියදමක් යන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ. හැබැයි පාවිච්චි කරනකොට නම් එහෙම වියදමක් යන්නේ නැහැ. So think about that you are going to buy a pet. හරි ඔයා pet කෙනෙක් ගන්නවා කියලා හිතමුකෝ, dog කෙනෙක් හරි cat කවුරු හරි පූසෙක් හරි බල්ලෙක් හරි. But initially also it will cost, and to maintain also you have to spend money in it. You have to feed, right? You have to take care, feed, give medicine. So it is initial and maintenance cost. Initial and maintenance cost. But the computer will only give you the initial cost. Maintenance very low, very, very low. And it has intelligent too. Right? Intelligent means it can think and do things. Okay, for an example, so let me write something in the computer. I'm going to open Word. Let's see here. Word open kala man podi deyak karanawa. So test its intelligence. Another thing. So intelligence can be tested this way. Right? Okay. All right, so one thing, I'm opening Google, right? Everyone can do this now. Okay, I'm telling Google to do simply this thing. I like you in Hindi. Tell it again. I like you in Hindi. Because I think it's using the microphone for Zoom. It is not using this microphone for that application, because microphone cannot be shared. So that is the reason. Anyway, let's try with Helakuru sometimes. Maybe same issue will be there. I'm not sure. Let's try it. Okay. Test. Hello. No, it's not working because the reason is I'm using the microphone in Zoom. That's the reason. But you can go to this website and start talking. Not now, later. When you start talking, it will automatically type this. Let me show this quickly. Making 9 on a mic. First of all, I have to mute the microphone. Later. Okay, since microphone is shared with Zoom, it's not working now. But like you can see, it was working with some applications, right? So like Siri, it was working. Can you translate hello world to Hindi, Siri? So let's try with Siri. Siri, can you translate hello world to Hindi? No, I think something wrong with my microphone anyway. So you can just give a try. Okay, later, when you are not in the Zoom, you can give a try, but it has intelligent features. Another thing. So let me go to Google and search like this. 8 multiplied by 10. You can say, it says the answer. So it is intelligent enough to give the answer, right? You can see it's in. So if I ask, let's say, microscope in Sinhala, microscope in Sinhala, here it's intelligent enough to translate. You can on the microphone and ask also. It is intelligent enough to translate and retranslate, right? And it can even read. You can see it can read out, right? It can translate, it can read out, it can do the mathematics. Likewise, it has intelligence. Okay, so now tell me what are the features we learned? Yes? Speed and accuracy. What are the other features of computers? Speed and accuracy. Yes? Speed and accuracy. What are the other features, Kute? Come on, tell me.
Intelligence.
Yes? Intelligence, yes. Quickly.
Accuracy.
Accuracy, yes. Intelligent, accuracy, speed and efficiency. Large storage capacity, yes. What else? Another thing is there, right?
Consistency.
Consistency, reliability. You didn't tell that. Consistency and reliability. Reliability means you can trust. Consistency means it's consistent. It's always same. And the cost, initial cost is high.
Storage.
Yes, storage capacity. I said that, right? Storage capacity. And one more thing, that is, it's never getting tired. That's very, very important. Unlike us, it is never getting tired. මහන්සි වෙන්නේ නෑ යා. හරි යාට මහන්සි කියලා යා නවතින අපි වගේ නෙමෙයි. අපිට නම් මහන්සිනේ පුතේ වැඩ කරනකොට. But it's never getting tired. Right? So that is also very important point related to the computers. So this is not there in the note, but I have given it, right? මම ඔයාලගේ written note එකේ දීලා තියෙනවා. So if you miss that, you can get it. Okay, that is basically we learn about the computer and computer devices. Right? We already understood what are the devices in the computer: display, monitor or the screen. Another name is monitor, screen, or some people call visual display unit. All are actually to the display: monitor, screen, visual display unit. And please remember that this is system unit, right? Some people tell this CPU, it is wrong. No, CPU never. It's wrong. It is system unit. It is not CPU, it is system unit. So what is CPU then? What is CPU? CPU කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Yes?
Central processing unit.
Central processing unit. What is central processing unit?
CPU.
Then what is CPU? Again, central processing unit. Now I'm asking, where is it? What it
In
does?
system unit.
It is inside the system unit. What it does? එයා මොනවද කරන්නේ? What it does?
It's process all.
Control the
everything.
computer.
It is processing. It is processing. Right? It's controlling the computer. That is also correct. It's control the computer. It is processing. Yes, those are correct. And CPU is a chip. It's a chip එකක්, microchip එකක්. ඒක තියෙන්නේ මේකේ ඇතුලේ. Inside the system unit, you can see CPU, right? So let me show that. Inside the system unit, there is something called motherboard. System unit එක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා motherboard එකක්. Inside system unit, you can see a motherboard. ඒකට තමයි ඔක්කොම කොටස් high වෙන්නේ. This is a motherboard. You can see in this image. මේ image එකේ පේනවා නේද? System unit එක ඇතුලේ තමයි මේ motherboard එක තියෙන්නේ. Motherboard එකේ මේ fan එකටත් යටින් තමයි තියෙන්නේ CPU එක. ඒ CPU එක high වෙන්නේ computer එකේ මෙන්න මේ motherboard එකේ මෙන්න මේ තියෙන හතරස් කොටුව. So CPU is actually connected to that. So what is CPU? CPU is this. See that? CPU is a chip. CPU is a chip. Here you can see it is connected to the motherboard. The motherboard එකට සම්බන්ධ වෙන chip එකක් තමයි CPU එක කියලා. So that's why I said this is wrong. If you tell CPU to this component, that is wrong, right? Okay, now you have better understanding about the computer and its components and its input devices. Right? Input devices similar to, I said in the beginning, input devices are similar to our sensors: keyboard, mouse, microphone, webcam, scanner, barcode reader. What they input? Scanner and barcode reader. What they input? මොනවද ඒ වගේ input වෙන්නේ පුතේ? Mouse එකෙන් නම් ඔයාට එහාට මෙහාට යන්න පුළුවන්. You can move here and there in the screen. In the keyboard you can type. Microphone, you can give an audio. You can give the listening ability to the computer. Microphone එකෙන් තමයි ශබ්ද record කරගන්න. Webcam can be, so it is recording visuals, pictures, videos. So then barcode reader and scanner, what they do? Barcode reader and scanner.
Barcode reader can scan the barcode.
What is barcode?
Scanner could scan pictures.
Scanner can scan pictures. Yes, correct. Scanner එකට පුළුවන් picture scan කරන්න. ඒක හරි. Barcode reader.
Any letters?
මොකක්ද පුතේ? Yes.
Scanner can scan letters.
Scanner can scan letters. Scanner එකට පුළුවන් letters scan කරන්න. Scanning means So it is like taking a photo, but so mainly for the documents. These documents can be scanned. Document එකක් කොහේ හරි print කරපු එකක් අපිට scan කරලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. That is why the scanner is used. And you should know, Pute, the scanner features are now scanner can even scan letters, handwriting. අතින් ලියපු ඒවත් scan කරලා කියවන්නත් පුළුවන්. සමහර scanner වල කියවන්න පුළුවන් facility එකක් තියෙනවා. That is called OCR facility. Right? If you have tried to read things in a document, you can even translate it. Okay, I'll show you one thing, right? I'll show you one thing. Okay, do I have... Okay, I'll take a book. I'll take this charger, right? So there are instructions in this charger, and I'm going to connect my mobile phone to the meeting now.
Can't see your video.
Wait. Wait, still I didn't connect. Okay, let me connect and show you. I have connected. Now I need to share my mobile phone screen. Give you the facility to share it. Okay. So now I'm sharing my screen. Oh, not the camera, I just need to share the screen. Okay. Right now you can see I'm sharing my screen, and then I'm using lens. So this lens also can take photos. Oh, I'm trying to, here you can see. So this is a charger. It's moving, but you can see the image. It is a charger. And I just want to see the details in that in another language. So I'm going to translate here. And then you can see it is translated in Sinhala?
Yes, sir.
Can you? Right, it is translating this to Sinhala. This is real time, right? It's real time. So if I need to read it in another language, let's say I need to read it in, let's say Chinese. Okay, this is the same thing in Chinese. It's translated to Chinese. So likewise, here you can see I'm translating to Chinese. So likewise, I can decide which language to translate, and based on that, I can do the translation. So let's select Sinhala again. Right, you can see. Okay, likewise, this is actually scan in and character reading. That is called OCR. The scanning විතරක් නෙවෙයි, scan කරලා read කරන්න පුළුවන් characters. That facility is called OCR, optical character recognition. So these are the facilities with scanning and camera tools. Barcode reader එක barcode read කරන්නේ. Barcode is like in the products you can see this kind of thing. Line අර charger එකෙත් තිබ්බ මේ වගේ lines තියෙන පොත්වලත් තියෙනවා. In your books also you can see the barcode. This is a special number written in this coding format, and you can read that using a barcode reader. So then we discuss about the output devices. In the first chapter, we discuss about the output devices, right? That you already know. So if you don't know, please let me know. CPU, I said that is the brain of the computer, and we have discussed about that as well, how the brain works, what it does. Actually, brain and memory are two things. So what's the difference? Brain and memory, what is the difference? Just think about you, Pute. What's your brain and what's your memory? So what is the difference of memory and the brain?
In memory, you could store.
Memory, we can store. Brain,
Think.
and for intelligent operations, right? Memory is for the intelligent operation, whereas brain is for the intelligent operation, whereas memory is for storing, right? Memory is for storing. Actually, what you can see, this memory, Pute, is used to store. This is called random access memory. This memory stores things temporary. This memory stores things temporary. For temporary time period, it can do the storing, right? We call random access memory, and that is also in the motherboard, right? I'll give you simple example to you to understand the memory and permanent storage, right? Here, this is how random access memory is connected, right? So you can see this is the random access memory. Random access memory. This is a memory. This is also connected to the motherboard. Motherboard connected, right? Motherboard connected. On a process connected, it would fan connected. I may process fan. Why there is a
To
fan?
cool the CPU. To cool the CPU. To cool the CPU.
So why do we need to cool the CPU?
Because it can't become hot.
Why it becoming hot? Right? So you need to understand that CPU එක උඩින් fan එකක් තියෙන cool කරන්න එක හරි. එතකොට I cool කරන්න රත් වෙන හින්දා. ඇයි එතකොට රත් වෙන්නේ? Why is becoming hot? What's the reason? Right? Because of processing, right? When you process today, when you are processing, it is processing is some task now. When it processing, it become hot. The heat will be increased. Then to reduce the heat, a fan is used. Not only the CPU, in graphic card also there is another fan. The graphic card process graphic card also has a processor called GPU that also process. So I'll show you how to look at all these things now by sharing the screen. After that you can look at the difference, right? Okay, these are the things that we learn. This is for the students who missed the first lessons. Right now we learn. So what is computer? What are the components? And we need to understand the permanent storage and the random access memory. Okay, I'll give you a small exercise now. Can you tell me 5 plus 3? What is the answer?
8.
Okay, 5 plus 3 is 8. Anyone can answer. Okay, now tell me 5 plus 3 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 divide again by 6 multiplied by 2 add 26 and divide by 3. What is the answer? Yes, what is the answer? No one can tell. What's the reason? Why you cannot tell the answer? Don't you know the calculation?
We know.
Then how? Then
It's
why?
long. Because it is long and
It's
fast.
long, right? It's long, cannot memorize. So when there are long calculations which you cannot memorize, what you used to do normally?
Calculate. Write on a book.
You write in the book, right? Write on the book. That is correct.
Write in the book and calculate it.
Yes, write in the book and calculate. So that is what you do. Computer. So for the short instructions, for short information, Yes. For short information, short instruction, yes, it can memorize. For short instruction, short information, it is possible to memorize. ඒක හරි. ඒ වගේම memorize කරන්න පුළුවන්. But if it is too long, you can't memorize all these things because memory is limited. අපේ memory එක වගේ තමයි computer එකේ memory එකත් limited. අපිටත් බෑනේ දිගේව මතක තියාගන්න. ඒතර computer එකටත් බෑ. Therefore, computer used to write down, but actually not. Computer used to store. For that, it's using the storage devices. Understood why storage devices are there? The reason is memory is limited. It is temporary. මේ දැන් විතරයි මතක. So if I ask, what did you eat today? You can answer. But if I ask, what did you eat 2nd of May 2021? Ayyo, that you can't remember. 2021 මැයි දෙවනිදා කෑම කාපු ඒවා මොනවද කියලා මතක නැහැ නේද? So memory is temporary. It is a very small storage. It is temporary නේද? తాවකාලිකයි වගේම කෙටි කාලීනයි වගේම පොඩ්ඩයි මතක තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. Short time, temporary, small storage. But storages are long time, permanent, and can store more information. ඒකයි storage තියෙන්නේ. හරි storage න long time. ගොඩක් කල් පුළුවන්. Internally inside the system unit or externally outside the system unit. It can
The one
remember.
means Blu-ray.
Blu-ray is also similar to the DVD, but it has high capacity than DVD. Actually, this Blu-ray is wrong. මෙතන Blu-ray කියන වචනේ වැරදි. The correct Blu-ray is BLU. That is not blue color ray. It is Blu-ray, right? This is the correct technology. It's advanced technology than DVD. What is written here as Blu-ray is wrong. The correct one is BLURAY, Blu-ray. That is also advanced DVD technology. So it can store more than DVD. Blu-ray movies are higher in quality. It's high quality movies. Right. So similar to us, but the computers also like to talk with each other. So when two computers are connected, we call them a network. So to connect, we are using communication devices. Right? අපි වගේම computers උත් කැමති කතා කරන්න. අසල්වැසියෝ ඉන්නවට, යාළුවෝ ඉන්නවට. හරිද? So how these computers are connected? Using networks. So what are the devices used? ඒවට පාවිච්චි කරන උපාංග මොනවද? What are the devices used? Those are called communication devices. Okay, Pute, I think now you have clear understanding of what is computer. And where is computer? That you already know. It is everywhere, right? No need to remember the things given in the book, but you can think anything. Name anything, you can use the computers. එහෙනම් මේකට බය වෙන්න මෙපා මේ පොතේ තියෙනවා පාඩම් කරන්න ඕන නැහැ. ඇයි? Computers are everywhere. ඒක හැමතැනම තියෙනවා. හරිද? ඔයාලා ඉස්කෝලේ බලන්න ඉස්කෝලේත් computers තියෙනවා. teachers-ට උදව් වෙන්න, ළමයින්ට උදව් වෙන්න. Think about a bank, you can see the computers. For calculation, finance, storing banking data, hospitals, yes, medical scanners, medical information storage. In a weather station, yes, weather forecasting, agriculture, kumburuwala, ඒත් තියෙනවා computers. For farming, agricultural machines, so it is everywhere, right? එහෙනම් මේක නම් පාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ. So where are computers? You can say everywhere. You name it. In the music industry, yes, it's everywhere. Okay, Pute, those who missed the first lesson or the initial lesson, I have given you the idea. So this is easy lesson. I did it fast way, but you have a facility. You can, right? You can always look the videos and understand this more carefully. And when you have questions, your practicals will be started from the 0th lesson or the first lesson. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ practical පටන් ගන්නේ first lesson එකෙම තමයි. So when you have doubts, you can ask from the practical teacher. Actually, now what we are doing, we are discussing our second chapter, and we have already discussed practical related to the third chapter, but now we are discussing the second chapter. That you can do in the class when you join the next day. But before we finish, I would like to show you small thing. Right? Before we finish, I would like to show you small thing. That is, right? So that is how to see these things, these devices in your computer and how to know about them. So now one of you can share the screen today. One of you can share the screen. I'll tell you how to look at and how to understand the features in your computer. Okay, Pansilo. Others can also share. If you don't know how to share, please let me know. Then also I can give you help and how to share this. Okay. Now, so if you want to know about your computer, one easy thing is you can right click here in the taskbar and get task manager. Here you can see the task manager. So sometimes you have to right click in the Windows icon, right? Windows 11 එහෙම තියෙනවා නම් මේ Windows icon එකේ තමයි right click කරන්න ඕනේ. ඒකලා select කරන්න ඕන task manager. හරි ඒ Windows 11 තියෙනවා නම් මේකේ කමන්න මේකේ Windows 10 නේ. So you can right click here and select task manager. Anyone need help? How to get task manager? කාටද උදව් ඕන? Practical එකේදීත් කියලා දෙයි teachers ලා. කාටද උදව්වක් ඕනද? Do anyone need?
Sir, I want.
All right, can you share the screen today? Can you share the screen? යන්නකො කොළපාට බටන් එකක් තියෙනවා share කියලා right. Yes, you can right click on the Windows පුතේ. අර Windows icon එක මේ නිල් පාට මේව හතරක් කොටු හතරක් තියෙන එක right click කරන්න. Shehani. Here, you have to right click here. And then, no, right click, then select task manager. Right, anyone need help, please let me know. There are Kalin right select kare Pansilu. A Pansilu to pen and then fever details dana pute. Can you put the fever details? Pansilu to pen me wageka. Pansilu saw this. Then Pansilu, what do you have to do? You have to click on the more details, right? More details. Okay, then today you can go to the performance window, performance tab. There you can see the devices and their sizes. Later we'll know how to compare and how to understand this. The first thing is CPU. You can see. Click on that. You can see the utilization level of CPU. කොච්චර පාවිච්චි වෙනවද කියලා පේනවා. ඔයාගේ CPU එක අපි නම ඇහුවොත් කියන්නේ CPU එක 11 generation Core i3 එකක් කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. 11 generation Core i3 කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. 11 generation Core i3 speed එක කවුරු හරි આવුවොත් අපි කියනවා ඒක මෙතන තියෙනවා 3 GHz කියලා. 3 GHz. ඔක ලොකු කරන් පුතේ ලොකු කරාම හොඳට පේ. දැන් පේනව නේද? මේන් 3 GHz කියලා අන්තිමට තියෙන පැහැදිලිව 11 generation කියලා තියෙනවා i3 කියලා තියෙනවා Core i3 මෙතන තියෙනවා 3 GHz කියන්නේ 3 GHz එහෙම තමයි ඒක කියවන්නේ 3 GHz ඔය තමයි අපේ CPU එක කවුරු හරි આવුවොත් ඔක තියෙන්නේ 7 වසරේ you have this in 7 grade 7 right but still you need to know. So then if somebody asks your memory, memory RAM then you can say my RAM is here 16 GB. My RAM is 16 GB. My processor is 3 GHz. My RAM is 16 GB, 16 GND, 16 gigabytes. Understood? Right, out of that this is utilized and this is not utilized. When I put the right sign it is used, so you have a lot of free space in your memory, so your computer is high performing computer due to that. Sometimes your memory is filled. Pansilu then share karanna balanna. Pansilu පියාගේ බලමු. Pansilu, can you share it again? All right, go to the task manager, Puti. Right, then select CPU. Hari, ඔයාගේ CPU එක කොච්චරද පුතේ? Pansilu? It is Core i5 නේද? ඔයා කියවන්නේ එහෙම. Intel Core i5 gigahertz කීයද? Pansilu?
2.30.
2.3. හරි, 30 කියන්නේ 2.3 gigahertz. 2.3 gigahertz. Memory එක කීයද Pansilu?
8 GB.
8 GB. ඔය දන්නේ දැන්. මොන කවුරු ඇහුවොත් processor එක කොච්චරද? 2.3 gigahertz i5 එකක් කියන්නේ ඒකට තමයි. i5 2.3 gigahertz. RAM එක මේක 8 GB. hard එකක් කියන්න පුළුවන් when you go to the disk කියලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට තුන්වෙනි එක disk වල පාඩ එක තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට කියන්න පුළුවන් hard එකේ size එකත් ඔය පල්ලෙයින් එනවා 932 GB gigabyte 932 සමහර වෙලාවට ඔකට ආසන්න වශයෙන් අපි කියන්නේ පුතේ 1 TB කියලා 1 terabyte කියලා ආසන්න වශයෙන් ඈ 1 terabyte. හරි, තව කවුද කැමති share කරන්න? Who else like to share? If you don't know how to share, tell me, then I can teach you. Chamatki or Navita? Chamatki, Navita, do you like to share? No.
Yes.
Right, then share it. Go to the green color share button, share screen කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ උඩම තියෙනවා desktop කියලා. Okay. Navita, screen is loading, right? Navita, okay, good. Navita, what is your CPU, Navita? So click on the CPU and tell me, Pute. It is Intel Celeron. It is 1. Podi laptop එකක් නේද ඔයාලඟ තියෙන චූටි එකක් නේද?
Yes.
Our small laptop, right? That's why I asked. That is Intel Celeron 1 gigahertz, small one. And RAM is, your memory is 4 GB, neda? 4 GB.
Yes.
And your disk is, hard disk is third one, green color. And it is, what? It is here. It is 60 GB. It's a small one. Small netbook. We call this machine a netbook. Netbook කියන જાති machine. It is 60 GB, right? That is why the small performance, but that is enough for the studies. Okay, anyone else wish to share? Yes, before we wind up, anyone else wish to share? Chamatki, I think you also can. Sehansi? Sehansi are share, name. Asarali? Anyone?
මට පොඩ්ඩක් ඩිස්ක් එක බලන්න හැටි පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්ද?
හරි, ආයෙ share කරන්න. කර කියලා දෙන්න. Please share again. Task manager එකට යන්න. Third one, right? Okay, you can see it is here පුතේ. 932 GB. It is 1 TB, right? අපි ආසන්න වශයෙන් කියන 1 TB. නැත්නම් සාමාන්‍ය 932 GB. Okay. Okay, Pute, I think with that you have the basic knowledge. You can all can join the class with this knowledge. I have already covered the missing lesson. So don't worry. Now you can continue from that level in the next day. Right? So you can attend to the normal classes by next week and you can keep going on. And especially you can watch the videos. So this is a summary lesson. You can watch in detail videos with more practicals in other lessons when you join. Then good night. See you all next week.
Good night. Good night, sir.